Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my film series reviews, volume 12. And like I said last week, I'm continuing to watch Hitchcock, finish this film series review. And I last left off with the last movie that I watched last week was The Man Who Knew Too Much. Okay? And I told you I would review, the next two movies I would review would be Vertigo and Psycho. So this review will be about Vertigo. Okay? That's that one right there, 1958, starring Jimmy Stewart, or James Stewart, and Kim Novak and Barbara Bel Geddes. That's her name. She used to be the mom on Dallas. Okay, there she is. Right. Well, there's Vertigo, Jimmy Stewart. Now, I saw this movie years ago on, I think, AMC or TMC, whichever one of those that shows the old classics, and absolutely thought this movie was just fantastic. The basic story of this movie is Jimmy Stewart plays a guy, John Ferguson, who friends call him Scotty. He's in the beginning of the movie. You see a little chase scene of him and another officer chasing a suspect, and he happens to fall, across the rooftops, and then you see him. He actually slips. He jumps to make a jump because the criminal jumps across the roof and gets it, and then the cop jumps across and he makes it. But when he tries it, he slips and just barely barely hanging on, and the cop comes back and to help him and reach for him, and he accidentally falls. And you see in the middle of that, that's when Scotty discovers that he has vertigo. He gets it really bad, where he has acrophobia, which causes him to have vertigo. Okay, yeah, acrophobia causes the vertigo. Okay, anyway, so the cop, the cop by reaching for him falls to his death, of course, and Scotty kind of has to retire from the police department because he has really, like I said, the vertigo is really bad. They even show where he's hanging out with his friend Barbara Bel Geddes' character Midge, who was like a real friend. He was even engaged to her for a brief moment. Okay, and you see even when trying to get up on a little step stool or even a ladder, he still gets vertigo really bad. Okay, so he has to kind of retire from being a police detective because he doesn't want to be sitting at a desk because he thinks his vertigo is really bad. I think he even makes a quote that what if a pencil falls off my desk and I reach for it and I get the real vertigo. So he actually gets contacted by a acquaintance that he met in college, uh, uh, a fellow classmate that tells him, Gavin Elster, who tells him that, listen, my wife, he's married, he's a shipbuilder, he's married to a real rich lady, and he says, listen, my wife Madeline, she's kind of, she has these moments where he thinks she's going crazy because he sees her, she's wandering, and she's becomes obsessed with a dead ancestor who committed suicide, and he's worried about her mental state. Of course, Scotty is, skeptical. He said, "Why don't you just call a doctor?" And he said, "Well, listen, I want to find out exactly, what's to the extent of what she's going through. So I need you to, to follow her, and help me get a clue on this. So that way, before I start the doctors and stuff, I want to have an idea of what exactly is wrong with her, exactly what she does, exactly when she wanders off during the daytime." Okay, and so that begins Scotty following Madeline, and as he follows her, he sees her going through certain sites in San Francisco, and he becomes obsessed with her. Okay, and I don't want to ruin anything more about it, but the movie is basically about Vertigo is basically about Scotty's obsession with Madeline and the things that happen thereafter after that obsession and the things that happen in the movie. And there's a twist and turns in the movie, and it's particularly a turn like midway through the movie that happens. Like I said, I don't want to spoil, but Vertigo is suspenseful. You can see the score of this movie. I think Bernard Hammond, who did it, is haunting for this movie. And I guess they shot around San Francisco, and San Francisco looks absolutely beautiful in this movie. And James Stewart is great as Scotty, the ex detective who becomes obsessed with this woman and following her and figuring out what her issue is, and he becomes obsessed, and the movie is about his obsession and the things that happen. And there's things that happen further on that I don't want to spoil. And like I said, he gives a great performance. I think even Kim Novak gives a fantastic performance, and her performance is on 2 levels. And you'll have to see the movie to see what I'm talking about. Okay, I thought she was fantastic, Kim Novak. Okay, and Jimmy Stewart, great as usual. And Hitchcock's direction is fantastic. And like I said, this is the pacing of the movie, the obsession, the score, everything in this movie is just about near perfect to me. Okay, I would give Vertigo an 8.5. It's just that good to me. I remember seeing it, and you see Jimmy Stewart's obsession, and you can kind of understand how he becomes obsessed and why he becomes obsessed. Okay, and it's just a really, really good movie. Just really a fantastic film by Hitchcock. I think one of his best, no doubt. Again, 8.5. Okay, that's my score. Okay, so if you've seen Vertigo, let me know what you think of it. Feel free to, if you like this review, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and let me know what you think. And stay tuned for my next review, which will be of Psycho. Okay, the classic. Okay, Psycho, which came out in 1960 with Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. Okay, so let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.